Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka The Workman's Pomp, and today I'm going to be doing a quick overview, and well, technically products overview, of the Halloween releases by Iconic, and that is the Sacrifice Clay, which says it's Godly Hold, and then the Embalming Pomade. Now you might be asking yourself, oh Brandon, why are you releasing this in November instead of October? Well, I dropped the ball. The lovely people at Iconic reached out to me really early, and I was going through some personal stuff, and I didn't reply back. But I love the Iconic stuff, and I realized I missed that, and they were gracious enough to send this to me late. And I'm happy because I both really like these products and I wanted to talk about them. I've been using them for about a week now, each one for about a half a week. And I can give you my feeling on them, but first, let's just talk about the Sacrifice Godly Hold Clay. Looking at this, you can see, I mean, these designs are sweet. Look at this. I mean, it's awesome. And you might be saying, oh, it's Godly Hold. Both of them are Godly Hold, heavier holding clays and pomades. For me, typically, I wouldn't suggest heavier oil-based products in the winter. I usually use lighter, but the good thing about this is you can use smaller amounts to get a lighter feeling. And also the way that these are made, they feel healthier. So I can suggest using these in the winter, in my opinion. They do have heavier hold, but you have to layer them on, and I'll get into it. So there's how it looks. So the ingredients on this are sulfonated Rychnus communis castor oil, canylein clay, hydrogenated castor oil, benetine clay, fragrance, and razul red clay. And on the back it says sulfate is not recommended for dyed or color treated hair. So, just letting you know that. So you get the castor oil is like one of the main things, and then the clay, and then hydrogenated castor oil. So there's where your oil base is coming from. Although castor oil is good for your hair, so you can kind of use this as a leave-in conditioner, which is kind of what I use it for. When you pop it open, you can see it's a little bit grittier. I left the, show me your gritty, show me your gritty. I left the middle so I could scoop it out to show you what it's like. So here, harder, right? But we'll put that back. The sides, once you do the scoop, really easy. You look at it, it's a little bit textured. There's some grit to it. For clay, surprisingly not ultra gritty. Breakdown. I mean, it's hard to see because of my Mexican hands, but goes away pretty quickly. Now, I'm not going to style with this. I use them for flyaways. But I can tell you this, I put big glops in my hair. And what I can say about these products, how they work, is that, because like, look here, I'm wiping it off right now. You can see there's that red that they were saying for dyed hair, you need to be a little bit careful. I wanted to show that just so you could see. Both of them have that, by the way. I did style my hair with these. And I'll tell you, a little goes a long way. The Godly Hold is there. But when I put a little amount in that, I can tame my flyaways. It doesn't look too shiny. My hair hasn't been washed, so it doesn't make it matte, but it doesn't also make it like ultra terrible. But this will hold really good. For a clay, I would say, I'm gonna be real with you, I would say it's more on the firm side, straight out scooping, but you can go into Godly Hold. But still, it's really easy to use. A lot of the additions of the oils, like the castor oil and the sulfonated Rychnus communis castor oil, and then the hydrogenated castor oil are all good for your hair. It's like a leave-in conditioner. You can wash it out. So for me, it's good because I can use it for my flyaways, or if you were to style like a short hairstyle, it'd be really good to get some texture. Because it's oil, it's going to be a little bit on the medium shine to above medium if you apply a lot. If you just do a little bit, you'll get kind of like see how like this part right here that I applied it to is a little less shiny compared to my other side that I didn't apply it down here. So it's still shiny, but not ultra shiny. And I would say that overall, this does have good hold for a clay. Oh, and I forgot to talk about the scent. The scent on this, which comes with most clays, is kind of like an earthy scent. You can smell the clay in it, which I like. It's like an earthy dirt, kind of fragrant, almost perfumey scent. it smells nice, but when you put it in your hair, it goes away. So if you're like, oh, perfume, blah, 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 you're kind of left more with the earth scent when you go out. Now, going on to the pomade, the embalming pomade, this has the sulfonated richness calmness castor oil as well, which is the main ingredient in both of these. And then, but the second ingredient on this is the hydrogenated castor oil, whereas cannelin clay is the second ingredient on the clay. So you're getting like multiple clays forward, bigger, more ingredients. I don't know if you know this, but when you read the ingredients list, it's the order of how much they're used in there. So in this instance, the sulfonated richness commonest castor oil, and then cannelin clay, you know that, okay, so the castor oil is like the main thing, which is where you get the shine and the health hair stuff. But then the cannelin clay is where you get the hold. Whereas this one, the second thing, it's oil, and then the cannelin clay. So you might be saying like, okay, this is a pomade, but they have similar ingredients. The way that it's made is this one is a little bit more greasier and a little bit more oilier. I'm going to be real with you, they have similar responses, but this one's way slicker, this one's drier. So essentially, if you're looking for something slicker with more shine, drier with more of a tackier hold. Clay, tackier, less shine, but still shine. A good amount of shine and slickability. So that's the difference. So when you look at those and you see similar ingredients, you can't let that like change you. They're two different products. And in this instance, like the top layer scoops way easier. You can tell that. And that's kind of where that slickability comes from. So, and the scent on this is also earthy because of the clay. But this one has more of like, I feel like a musk. Now, I didn't look at the scent descriptions. I just went off how I felt. So this is kind of like more of a musk, whereas the Sacrifice is more of like a floral earthy. So musky earthy, floral earthy. And this one's more brown. I got a big scoop. Breaking this down though, show me your gritty. This one is a little bit tackier to break down. And so, and you can see there's some dots and stuff in there. So this is where the, and for this, because I'm doing the flyaways, I'm gonna barely apply it in here. Put it back on the sides, nice. The embalming is definitely feels more of what you would get from like a heavier product. Both of them feel heavier, but this one feels more like a heavier oil based, but the oil in it makes it a little bit more manageable. So the best way to describe it is this is like most, even though there's a lot of oil, this is mostly like a lot of clay is where you get the hold from, you know, and then you get the oil, but this is definitely like heavier. Whereas this is an easier accessible type thing. They're both clay-ish, but this one is more of like a clay pomade, and this one's more of just like a straight up tacky clay. Like I said, what's the difference? Tacky clay, finger comb, get good hold all day, layer it in. Like slicker, stronger hold, layer it in, get more of like a pomade slickability. So I'm not gonna rate these because I'm kind of doing like an overview and it's a Halloween product, but I can definitely recommend both. What would you say I would like more? For longer hair, I like the clay. If I had my shorter hair, I would like this. I had some friends try little scoops. They didn't need a lot. And they said for like short spiky hairstyles, the clay was awesome. And for like kind of like, if my hair was this length and I didn't have the pony in the back, they said the pomade was good for this. Once again, super good releases from Iconic. I really, really like both of them. I think he released a product that's very similar. They're very similar, like in the way that they look and the way that they kind of smell with the earth tones and stuff like that, but they distinctly act differently. Like I said, this definitely does come off as more of a more accessible version. So you could get this as like a clay. And if you end up liking this, you could, and you want a heavier hold, you could go like, they say godly hold. I mean, how can you rate what godly means? I just sounded like Dr. King Schultz. It's like a reward, but and that's what this is. It's like a reward using these pomades. So I'm all over the place, but basically, what would I say? This is my favorite. They're both good. I would recommend them both. If you're in the realm of using products that with the castor oil that are going to condition your hair while also giving a little bit of shine, they're both good. I feel like this one, you know, some people who use clays might be like, oh, there's oil in it, so it gives you shine. But it's like, I don't know. There was a big debate about that back in the day with a different person's clay. Like, it's a shiny clay, and like people are like, that's not a clay. And it's like, do what you want. I personally think this acts more like a clay than this because it has a lot of clay and stuff in it. So, whatever. They're both good. I encourage you to try them out. There's also a 2-pack, so you can, you know, get them both together. Give them a try out. And they're both good for using very small amounts in the winter. It's already freaking cold in Ohio, so I've been using these and enjoying them and, you know, having good scents and smells when I go inside, like into work, but also like having like, it's not overly aggressive when you just apply them for like flyaways and stuff. Not bad. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think if you've tried them, and give it a shot.